And Columbia University shifting to remote classes all week. It's in response to growing protests over the Israel-Hamas war. Thanks so much for joining us for the news at 6. I'm Corey Chambers.
And I'm Erin LeBeau in for Shirley tonight. Now, tensions over campus protests heating up in our area, with possibly the most intense at Columbia University. Yeah, even Congress, members of Congress and NYPD brass, they visited the Ivy League school today. All this happening while demonstrations of people on both sides of the Israel-Gaza issue were underway. James Ford live at the Morningside Heights campus with the latest. James.
And look, after a wide variety of reports of taunts, intimidation of Jewish students, the NYPD saying that they are here in full, in a heavy presence to ensure safety as voices on both sides of this issue get louder. Students behind the gates of Columbia University led a pro-Palestinian protest with supporters outside the gates. It was the latest in an ongoing series of demonstrations on the Ivy League campus that intensified on Monday, with protesters calling for a ceasefire by Israel in Gaza.
I'm Jewish. People who are saying that we're anti-Semitic, no, we're anti-Zionist.
And protesters supporting Israel were out and vocal as well.
What they're talking about is like killing and or deporting my family from the place they've been at for about 100 years now.
It comes days after the NYPD, at the request of the university, removed protesters who'd set up tents on a Columbia lawn to call for the ceasefire. Now those tents are back, but they're occupied only by people affiliated with the university. A valid ID is now required to be let through the gates onto campus. NYPD leaders on Monday pointed out that officers remain off campus, ready to enter onto the private property only by request. 6 members of Congress came to Columbia. 4 Democrats, Gottheimer, Goldman, Moskowitz, and Manning, toured campus, they said, to ensure students are safe during Passover this week.
Jewish students feel unsafe, insecure, and broadly harassed.
And 2 Republicans, D'Esposito and Lawler, also came, condemning protests on campus.
I have never seen a more disgraceful act.
And there on Monday, all classes met remotely, and the people teaching them walked out all at once with a message for the university's president and administrators.
We condemn the administration's suspension of students engaged in peaceful protest and their arrest by the New York City Police Department.
And the university has suspended more than 100 students who've been involved in pro-Palestinian protests. And at least one faculty member who's been a vocal supporter of Israel is saying that his rights on campus have been suspended. The faculty who came out in demonstration today are saying that all forms of protest need to be upheld as part of the educational experience. We'll have much more as these demonstrations continue into the night. Right now, reporting live from Morningside Heights at the Columbia University campus, I'm James Ford, Pix 11 News.